Hey guys! So I decided that my first sort of proper video today was going to be a tarot reading, and I use the cards, the tarot cards, already for a few years now, and I fell in love with the deck called the Illuminati deck by Eric Dunn, and that's the one I use because I find the pictures really beautiful and they really speak to me, and I don't know, I just really grew some loving attachments with these cards, and I've done some really amazing readings for people with them as well, and I just love them because they're very much connected with the light and with this full expansion thing that we can get ourselves on, and so they just really resonate with me in terms of, you know, the pictures being super gorgeous. Like here, this is the Queen of Swords, for example. So it's almost like a collage and a drawing at the same time, but the colors are really vibrant too. So yeah, that's it's just beautiful. So the way I do it is I usually just sort of place the cards on the table like this, and then I put some Reiki intentions in there, so it's almost like I, you know, just cleanse them. Obviously, you know, I do the chakra symbol, which goes like this. You can have a look online and see. I'm not sure if the video is going to be straight or not, but it might be the other way around when you do it yourself at home. And basically, the chakra symbol is like a protection symbol, but it also opens the energy channels, and it's just a very useful symbol that I've kept from my very first Reiki trainings. And so yeah, so what I do is I just place them on the table, and I just do the chakra on top, and I just tap 1, 2, 3 to like get the energies that were in the cards to flush out, and then to open a new channel to come into the card deck. So that's how I usually start a reading. And sometimes I will put in some intentions, like I will call in my angels or my spirit guides, and obviously also the spirit guides from everyone else. And I just feel and tune myself into the space. So I'm just going to take 1 minute to just cleanse the energies and set my intention coming from the heart and from my womb as well, because I like to work with the womb as well, like connecting the divine feminine energies into my readings. And yeah, and I'll be back in, like, I will be with you while I do it, of course. I'm just going to look into your wonderful eyes, which is the portal to the soul. So if you want to meet me here, you can. And just take that moment to just settle and sink into your own space and make yourself really, really comfortable. Okay, and then I will shuffle the cards. Sometimes cards fall out. If they do, I just keep them in this particular moment, because that just means that that card has a message. And if not, I just keep shuffling until I feel that the shuffling process is completed. Okay. Right, and sometimes what happens is I will see numbers. So a number will come to me, and if that happens, like right now I get the number 5 and the number 6. So I will just 1, 2, 3, 4, put them at the back, and I'll pull the 5 and the 6 out. Right. Okay, and my guides are now saying I need to shuffle again. So that's what I will do. We'll shuffle one more time. And this is very creative. So, you know, you can do, if you want to do this at home, it's really simple. You just tune in and you just trust, you know. And the more you practice, the more you will trust when the process will be completed for you. So just go with the flow, you know, don't get anything in the way. And even if there's something that pops up, like, I don't know, maybe, oh, I feel like now I should part the cards, you know, you just part them. So just go with what you feel, because your guides are with you, so you're always protected. There's nothing coming in there. And I've set the chakra symbol out as well, so, you know, that connects you straight away with your divine essence. Okay. And I just got the guiding to do the first part of the Celtic Cross. Okay, so I will show you the cards one by one as I go. I'm just going to move this out of the way. So the first two cards that popped out, so the number 5 and the number 6, was the Prince of Wands and the World card. Okay, so the Prince of Wands is a really powerful card because it brings in the energy of sexuality, the energy of passion, the energy of creating from that space of, you know, almost like a primal force. So the wands are usually the element of fire. So it's everything that's connected with your passion, everything that's connected with your primal instincts as well. So it's like the physical body, it's the physicality of things. So the Prince of Wands here, I feel, is sort of coming in as an opening through the sexual energies. So, you know, your sexual energy is actually a sacred, very, very sacred energy. So you do want to use that energy with compassion and with connection as well. So meaning when you're having intercourse with someone, for example, it's really important that that person you're connecting with, that you're connecting with them on a heart space as well, and not just like having this, you know, too much primal thing going on. So obviously there's a primal note to it, which is very beautiful and very welcoming. But depending on your intentions when you're, you know, having sexual energy rising in your body, you do want it to connect on a love space as well. So maybe this is sort of, you know, that's kind of casting, this energy is casting itself over the whole reading because it's like one of the theme notes that came up. So number 5 and number 6. And then I'm going to do the Celtic Cross in a minute. Then the World card is all about karmic connections and coming up to the end of an end of a chapter and finalizing energy. So maybe here what's connected with that is maybe there's a past lover that wants to be cleared out of your energy field. Maybe there is something connected with your body, like a belief system that you've set up with your body that needs to come to an end, that needs to come to completion. And this is what you've been through in your journey. So this is what has come in for you to see so that you can shed, you know, that lesson and integrate all the parts of your power into you. So yeah, so that's what the World card is about. It's connected with karmic connections, karmic bonds, relationships. It could be, you know, your family. Maybe it's come in through a health condition that has, you know, forced you to slow down, or that has forced you to get back into your body so that you can learn and you can integrate all the energies that have been stagnant, and so that you can release what's no longer necessary and you can just embody what feels right and true for you. And the reason why I'm saying this as well, like connected with the past, is because the devil has appeared in the card, in the past card, and the devil is very much connected with the ego. So everything that's like 3D, everything that is very superficial, everything that is not superficial, but just like in this physical realm, and we get entangled in all these you know, connections, these thoughts, these belief systems, these things that we've been taught that we have to do, you know, but they don't always feel right. Like, you know, we feel that we should be doing that, but it's not coming from a heart space. And this is probably why the Prince of Wands has come in, is, you know, to remind us that we need to connect with our heart. We need to connect with those things that resonate with us and that make us feel expanded, right? And the devil is all about creating these layers that lock you in, creating these chains. You know, he's holding these people in chains, as you can see here. So they're attached, but really he's not holding them as such. You know, they're attached to him, but as long as he is real to these people, the chains will be real. As long as you drop the chain and you drop the belief system, or you drop what's holding you back in terms of your thoughts and in terms of your feelings, as long as you drop it, he disintegrates, and so do the chains. So these chains are not that difficult to let go, but sometimes we still need them because we're still growing, so we're still having positions to take, you know, like stances of fight and stances of rebellion, stances of disconnection, so that we can see, oh my God, you know, if I just let that go, yes, okay, it feels so much lighter now. And you know that that has no longer power over you. And that's in the past. So, you know, we're moving on to a new energy here. And yeah, so the new energies that have come in is the Nine of Wands, which again, you know, is like an almost completion, because the wands and all the minor arcana cards in the tarot, so you have like 4 different types, and this is the wand type, so it's the one that's connected with the fire, with passion, etc. And they come from the ace all the way up to 10, and then you have the royal cards. And so this is the 9, so that's like the almost completion. Like the 10 usually represents the end of a chapter. The 9 is like the almost full completion. So it's like the ultimate fulfillment. It's the ultimate you know, connection before, you know, the chapter comes to an end and you can actually let it go with the number 10. So the 9 is like, you know, the full grown passion that has come into your life. So you've seen all these things that you needed to create, and you've seen all the possibilities. Like you've come now and you've seen how, when you let those chains drop, when you let that go, all these belief systems that no longer serve you, everything seems so much easier. And it's almost like there's a new flow, a new channel coming into you. And this card is very intimately connected with the star right now, because when I pull the Celtic Cross, so this is the one that drops first, and then there's this card that falls on top. And the card that falls on top is the star. So the star here comes as the card that either crosses us in the present moment, or the one that helps us to, you know, go a stage up. And I feel, of course, for here that it's going to be more the one pulling us up. So the star is all about creativity. It's all about magic. It's all about creating abundance. It's all about the infinite potential, you know, and how when you tap into that, it becomes easy, you know. So it's almost like it's filled with ease. It's filled with beauty. It's filled with this kind of energy that fills up your cups, basically. And this is what you're moving into. So this is what is already there. This is what is already present, if you're open to see it, if you're open to believe it as well. Now, there is a bit of a problem here, and this is how the next card will come in, which is the Four of Cups. So the Four of Cups is the card that is sort of the problem or the issue card, or, you know, the lesson that we need to look into deeper, so that these present energies can really flourish and really take place. So the Four of Cups here, but usually the Four of Cups is connected with boredom, or connected with lethargy, connected with like a stagnation. So the fours usually come in as a stagnation, but they can also represent stability. So maybe here what it is that your energies have become stagnant or blocked because you want stability. So there's a bit of a resistance here. Like, you know, there's the star, there's the Nine of Wands, this opening that is happening right now, but there's still this energy that's holding you a little bit, holding you steady. And this holding steady kind of feels like you're closing down. So it could be connected with anxiety, it could be connected with fears, it could be connected with you know, like thoughts that resonate more on the spectrum of feeling small. So it's better to be small and not be seen too much, you know, like you're withholding energy. And really what needs to happen is you just got to burst it.